That means we've only got 11 months left. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good evening. Hi. How's everybody doing? Let me see if this other microphone is working. Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So I think we've all seen some of the movements that have been happening since the start of the year, and some exciting stuff has been happening. Motswedi's joined us tonight. Motswedi's here representing Ideal Solutions as well as the iOS group. And needless to say, I think both sides have been collecting a large or a small number of very large connections, which we are now going to approach in the next in the next week to 1 month. Andre, Rocky, good evening, guys. Mr. Malefani, hi, sir.
Hello, Sean.
Hi, guys. There we go. You might have seen that that we started commissioning teams across Africa by means of, first of all, giving them training, giving them insights into what it is that we're going to be doing, whether that is a token, whether that is a go live, whether that is the ICO or an NFT range. Everyone is getting geared up on what all of these what the terminologies are, how they work, and what we are going to do as a company moving forward. So it's not that the time has had nothing happening. There are in fact a lot of things happening. It's really hard to keep up to keep everyone up to speed with everyone's progress. So since the beginning of the year, we've actually divided up the company into its organizational chart, or into its organogram. So now you've got executive, Stefan, Sean, Nalani, Fatah, Romeo, Motswedi, that's moving along the top side of things. You've got communities, which are drilling down into what teams of people we have that have been giving their time towards training. And the training has been around the everything from what is a startup company to what are the phases of a startup, what is it to fundraise, what does a development plan look like. So when we do go public, we're not just going to have one founder or a bunch of co-founders or a bunch of managers knowing these answers, but actually the majority of the people that are front-facing the consumer. So that adds a lot of value to a project like this. Considering we have yet to start a full-blown development, having these things in place is what a lot of companies never get to. A lot of organizations never get to have this unfair advantage that we've been building over the last 6 months. Does anyone here know what Ark4Verse is?
Sorry, Sean, you broke up there. I couldn't catch that.
Making a little bit of a noise. Say hi to everyone. Go on, over there.
Hello.
All right, hopefully he'll be a little bit quieter on my lap. Does anybody know what Ark4Verse is? Okay, so what Ark4Verse is, we are going to monetize everything associated with word of mouth marketing. That is not just word of mouth marketing for a platform, it's word of mouth marketing for anything that wishes to come along to the system that we're going to deploy. So if you can for a moment just fathom, how many times have you made a decision to buy something or to join something because of because somebody told you. And I'll make a really good example of Nike. How many people are buying Nikes because other people said this is the brand to get? New Balance, McDonald's, KFC. When you go shopping at certain places. And usually that's because you were brought up in this way and you were told that, you know, Checkers is this, has the right products there, ShopRite has those products there, YouSave, etc. And yet, whenever we divert so much traffic in our lives to any of these companies and conglomerates, we do not receive much. In fact, nothing. I mean, right? Imagine if you're referring someone to Truworths and they might have gone to Pep, or that they might have gone to Pep because you said Pep is the best place to go. What if that word of mouth marketing was monetized for you effortlessly? And I've left this out for a really, really long time for the reason of protecting the intellectual property. So you all know this is that Ark4Verse is a stealth startup. And when I say we're going to monetize word of mouth marketing across industries, across unrelated businesses, it's the first time it's ever been done. So when we talk about digital space, cryptocurrencies, Web3, there's nothing like this in Web3. In fact, our feature set doesn't exist within Web3. It will exist within possibly Web4 or even Web5. So when you've got the Internet of Things, web, the first version of web, it was the ability to communicate electronically, right? Web 2.0 came along when we had access to information and we were able to transact, we were able to buy something on the internet. Now you've got Web 3, where you're able to buy, transact, and trade directly through the internet, linked to the blockchain. That is Web 3. So when you think about cross-pollinating businesses and companies and industries, does that fit into any one of these three? Right? It absolutely doesn't, because what we're talking about here has never been done before. We're not only the pioneers on this, we're the first people that are going to do it. So now it starts to, I'm hoping it starts to build a facet for you to understand that, yes, we've got this basis, we're covering the education needed to get into the digital space. We're covering the education needed to have the right mindset and the financially literate mind to, once you are rich, to know how to stay there, Do not get scammed. Once you've built up $1 million, once you've built 2 million Rand, 3 million Rand, you should never be broke again, ever. So when I hear people that say, you know what, I joined Carrot Bars, I lost 5 million Rand there, I lost 15 million Rand there, I really have to wonder and think to myself, how financially literate were these people that had this large capital, that had facilities within normal banking that could have paid them indefinitely, right? If you don't know that, you're able to get, right, from just holding cash in a call account with FNB or with Capitec, something around 1% per month, maybe a little bit lower than 1% per month. But when you have substantial capital, you do not need to go broke again. You shouldn't be trying to put it into places outside of your control. If it is outside of your control, it's outside of everybody's control, except for the person whose game you are playing. And that's what we need to change. So we need to change that with the basic fundamental knowledge of how to access and exist within the digital realm to be profitable. Okay, the only reason that you should be taking money away from your bank is so that you have a better or a more profitable position elsewhere. And I'll make an example. The Rand has not been going up against the dollar or against the pound or against the euro, the dirham, the Bahraini dollar. it's been going down, right? It's been downtrending. If that's anything to go by, we've got an economic reset happening right now. Will the rand, let's say the markets crash, right? Everything crashes. What have we seen the rand do? Has the rand, the dollar's crashing, has the rand ever gone up? Have we ever felt victorious, like, yeah, it's a good thing we're not linked to the rand, to the dollar? No. That's because our currency doesn't stand up even in an economic downturn, right? So it makes sense to get some fundamental basic knowledge to understand what are our options. How can I put this into the blockchain without losing it? Do you know that 15%, right? $750 billion in the blockchain is currently on Bitcoin only. And 15% of that is not accessible. It's inaccessible. The people have lost their keys to their wallets. They've lost their wallets. So 15% of all Bitcoin can never, ever be retrieved. Why? The basic fundamental knowledge, or better yet, the decentralized system that the blockchain is, perhaps puts too much power in the hands of an uneducated consumer. Shouldn't they be able to create their wallets, create their access point, have access to the blockchain in a way that there is a company, that there is a group of people established globally that can help them retrieve their access point if ever they did lose it? Right? So there is a security problem. There is a money problem. There is an educational problem. And we're here to provide solutions to all of these things at once. And once that plateau is in place, everyone gets to thrive on the fact that we're building the first financial mesh for cross-industry pollination. And that is what we are up to, my friends. It's been a wonderful journey. I would not push fast forward for anything. So I'm really looking forward to what we have geared up in the next few weeks. Wayne will be joining me across South Africa in the coming days. As soon as we've established what dates we are going to be in the different areas, meeting with the different people. I'm very happy not to be going alone for those. And we're going to be exploring whether or not an investor would like to move our timelines forward. And if not, we will return and we will put all of our teams towards the public ICO, the public token, and the public fundraise, which we are gearing to reach a lot of people. I believe that we will have a launch capability of over 100,000 people with the ICO alone. And that being said, guys, if anyone's watching this recording, please do stand by. There is one thing we're going to ask for our shareholders to do and for our communities and anybody that knows us to do, is we're going to be sending a form. We'll attach it over to the new website as well. And this form is kind of just something that people can put their name to and join a wait list so that we can add more value to the perception of Ark4Verse Studios while funding is needed. And that's what we're going to ask everyone. If you can please help us with that, we'd appreciate it a lot. You don't need to deposit any money. Simply joining the wait list gives us a tangible proof of market validation that has been happening over years, actually. All right, so guys, if you can assist with that, would love if you can. If you can't, also fine, but do not do nothing. Okay, if everybody did nothing, guess what? Nothing happens. That's how businesses fail, is when people do nothing. Mr. Motswedi, Master Wayne, Fatah, Nalani, Andre, Rocky, even Mr. Malefani, Stefan, I'm opening the floor to you guys. Would any of you like to unmute and cover anything you'd like to cover? anything you'd like to mention, you can touch on anything at all. It's fintech time.
Well,
Hi
Savannah just
guys.
joined. She did not hear that last
my-
sentence of you. And then Motswedi wants to talk.
Okay, hi, welcome, Savannah. Savannah, can we forward you the recording? I believe, Stefan, you're recording this one, eh?
Yes, it's being recorded.
Okay. All right, great. Yeah, Savannah, if it's okay, we can send you the recording as well, just to get caught up. Master Motswedi, the floor is yours, sir.
Hi guys. I just wanted to say, hopefully I'm audible. I'm in Northern Cape at the moment. I'm at a few things in regards to mining. I'm at my grandfather's mine this side. So hopefully soon I have more news for you guys. And I've met with upcoming team of this side. So yeah, we've been waiting. So hopefully next month I'll have more information regarding everything I've been doing this side.
Okay, excellent. Also, Master Motswedi, I was invited by Romeo to speak with him during the Money Matters show that he hosts on Pitch Radio. It took place during the beginning of last week, and the edited or straight version of the recording will be available soon. I believe Romeo is just making it a little bit more powerful, condensing the pieces so that we have something that we can put into the community, which is not 1 hour, 22 minutes long. It went on for 1 hour, 22 minutes. Please look forward for that. Please look forward for the waitlist form that we would like to forward out to everyone we know. If that form can be completed and shared, it's kind of a letter of intention from between a company and a consumer, where the consumer says, you know what, we want Ark4Verse to launch. All right. And it's extremely useful and it's intrinsic. Okay, so while a project wants to create an MVP, having a market validation strategy that they can prove brings all of the value in the world to that project. The challenge with Ark4Verse Studios is that the MVP is the working product. Okay, the MVP is the working product. Once you had onboarded any number of hundreds or thousands of people onto a system, if you need to change the base architecture of that system in a final release, you need to import the entire database. And in our case, it's not just a database, but it is a monetized matrix. Okay, so there is a whole history of monetary transactions that would have taken place by then. And that's why it's important for us to fully build out the MVP to a stage where there is already enough expertise, talent, people, and sustainable money in and around the project to create the MVP, to make changes, to make updates, and then to go live on its final go-to-market phase or stage at once. So we need to have all of those things roughed out. The danger you have with any kind of software-based company where function is the priority is that you can go too quickly to market. You could have 50 or 100 bugs happening, and it's too late. Okay, once you're out there and you've launched something with too many bugs, you need to recall, then you need to reformat. You have to pull everything back. You need to compensate people as well. So if the system does not work, you don't want to be sitting with 10, 20, 50,000 people that have been disgruntled. Maybe the payment processor didn't work after X amount overloaded the system. And as you know, our cash flow payment processor happens to work hands-free, right? It will not allow us to pop in and, push things through manually. It's actually all code driven. So that's why it's important that we get the funding in. That's why it's important that we get the corporate footprint needed for a diligent launch. I'll make an example. Motswedi, Savannah, if you guys are out in town and you're trying to tell someone about Ark4Verse Studios, and we've got the product ready in market, if we had that right now, they would still be calling me and I'd still be in my front room, right? I'll be in my lounge or my bedroom or my kitchen, or maybe in a rented boardroom that we've got for the day. And what we really want at that point is authentic reference. So that if you have met someone in town and you do want to tell them about Ark4Verse Studios, you want to be able to refer them to a BPO, office center in Johannesburg, in Bloemfontein, in Cape Town, where if they really wanted to, they can actually pop down and come and engage with our people, with our staff, with our officers. And it just brings the dimension of real to a company like this, which is largely software based. All right. So all that being said, whoever has the recording of this one, I would strongly recommend send it out to your people. I'm really sorry about my lighting right now. But do send it out to your people. Myself, Romeo, Wayne, and a number of other partners. Lyndon Hayberg also is working his side in his connections. We've got data scrapers, data scraping software that has collected over 400,000 emails from active traders across India. So when Ark4Verse goes live, we're able to email each and every one of those who has been active within the last 3 months. So that's 400,000 on an email campaign. We're able to reach with automated chat methods anywhere from 500 to 5,000 people per day with our BPOs. And that's without our network marketing abilities. That some of us are network marketers, some of us are affiliate marketers, shillers. So we have a tremendous go-to-market footprint now that we could say we had 6 months ago, but we had the time to spend with each of these parties to get them up to speed with the direction that we are going. And to get that, like again, Mr. Andre Theron has given me this phrase so well: authentic reference. We've built in a tremendous authentic reference. We have appointed a person to create the financial escrow for the large monies being raised during the ICO, or with a significant investment, where that would be kept book of and would be prepared for the publicly traded entity of Ark4Verse Studios. If that means anything for you guys, it means yes, we are going to go to the stock market with our shares. Those stocks will represent equity in the business, will be paid out according to equity in the form of dividends, and can be traded on the stock market, the JSE, if we get everything right along the way, which we're doing okay. All right, so stay tuned. Start coming to the Tuesday 8 o'clock evening meetings, because any one of these meetings can be an announcement that moves us from a relaxed state of operation into a fully operational, developed, incubated startup company. Which means, as a company in incubation, we will be looking for hardcore marketers, hardcore content creators, people who can create adverts on the fly, social media managers, virtual assistants, developers, co-developers, outsourced developers, deployment specialists, those who perhaps understand the realm of AWS and all of its hundreds of facets. There are employment opportunities. Motswedi will be commissioning the start of one of his farms. Motswedi, how many hectares does it start with? And how many hectares do you have in total?
Farm is 428 hectares, and the first plantation will be 22 hectares. From there, we got still 250 hectares.
Okay, I don't think we heard you, but let me just double check on the documents. Let me see where that is. Two moments.
I think he's got a bad signal there.
Yeah, shame. It's less than ideal, but excuse the pun, Motswedi, if it's less than ideal. Okay, it's busy opening. Let's see. All right, I'm kind of in the wrong document here. It's about Motswedi is about 20 acres that has been pre-approved, not pre-approved, but that the permits have been granted for.
Sean, there's some notes in the chat. The farm is 428 hectares. Project is going to start with 22 hectares, then straight to 150.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Yeah, so that is significant. Another group that we're affiliated with is actually moving swiftly to creating a new bank in South Africa. So that could be exciting. I'm not sure. We're going to discover, and we're going to explore a little bit more about how far are they with that. But they have submitted some documents to myself that I have gone through, and it looks pretty exciting because a lot of the people in South Africa are calling for, something that they own, something that they control. This bank has emerged from a vast number of people that have come together to support the idea. So there is a lot that we can do, and I'm super glad that we did things the way we did, because we have the freedom to choose, right? We have the freedom to help Motswedi. We have the freedom to push the wildlife sanctuary forward. And that's only possible because of the way that we did things, and because of the way that people actually came in to help where we were in the stage that we were. So that all being said, I'm praying, but I'm also moving. Okay, as long as we can pray, move, and put the glory to God as He deserves it, we're going to be okay. Okay, so we move in faith. We do what we do. We do good, and good will follow. Mr. Wayne, those are your words. I know you'd like to say them. Wayne, would you like to unmute and introduce yourself to the guys, to the people in the Zoom, those that haven't met you? I think people's mute buttons are really, really far from where they're sitting.
Yeah, it looks like it's very far. All our hands are too far from the mouse.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Okay, and The other thing is, it looks like we have a small mascot. If anyone hasn't seen this little person here, he's kind of here. I don't get to do much if I'm not looking after him. So he's definitely keeping me on my toes, and
Where's the
I'm very
t-shirt?
grateful. Big pardon?
Where's the t-shirt?
The t-shirt.
We can't have a mascot without a t-shirt.
I'm on it. I'm working on it. I didn't think they could print it as small as he was.
You'll be
I'll check.
surprised. You'll be surprised. Maybe we're lucky they can make one.
I see Drina is busy with one now.
Now she's busy. She can maybe do one for us.
Lekker.
Yeah, that is perfect. Our mascot can sleep warm this winter.
That's a Oh, there's Mr. Wayne.
Okay, yeah, Wayne is unmuted. Oh, beautiful.
Good evening, gents and ladies. I'm great. I'm well. Like I mentioned before, take every opportunity while we're still alive, doing good, and we can squash this 2024 so we all can benefit from it.
I say,
Okay,
Wayne,
yeah.
do you want to tell people, would you like to mention to people some of the things you do?
Yeah, I can. So basically, in a nutshell, I can design websites, build apps on the Play Store, telephony systems, basically everything. Where I can put my mind to it and just squash it from there.
Okay, something interesting Wayne wants to do for us is once we have a significant enough community, Wayne has already set up a radio station for us. Okay, so an internet radio station, but that thing would be running for 24 hours. And as we get, more people who want to get their voice listened to, want to be heard, can actually get into that radio. That radio would then play within our Discord server and our internet radio website as well, linked to the overall corporate website. So I thought that was a fantastic idea. I was blown away when he mentioned it and when he showed it. So Wayne, 10 thumbs up. Thanks, bud.
Let's do good, and good will follow us all, man.
That's what we say. Monox, do you want to mention anything? Would anyone like to say anything? Otherwise, we call this meeting to an end, and we keep pushing. The mute buttons are really far away.
Yeah, that mute button is very far. So we must just keep an eye on the time. It's 22 already, or close to 22. Monox, do you want to talk to us quickly?
Yeah. No, I'm all good. Hopefully, if anyone could listen to the recording of tonight's meeting, I have for the first time divulged a facet of the Ark4Verse intellectual property, which we have kept secret. The technical documents are obviously still going to be kept secret, closely guarded, but it would be worth it for people to listen to this. So thank you very much, everybody. God bless. Please look after yourselves and be careful. Okay. We have got a very, very important 2024 to get through. Thank you. Master Stefan, over to you if you'd like to collect any more comments, or if we can wrap up.
Good. People, see you next week, Tuesday. You can unmute and say bye. Do not be scared to invite more people to this call. It is a public call. Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Invite some friends over so we can have a few more faces on here. Have a good week.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good trip.
Ahoo.
Sean, have a
All
good
right,
trip.
everybody. Have a
All
nice
right.
evening.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. One of these days, we're going to
Bye.
be screaming. I don't want to start screaming now
Bye.
already.
Good night, everybody. Good trip, Wayne.
Well,
That's
that's
okay.
Mr. Rocky.
Have a good one, man. Cheers.
I almost look
Bye-bye.
like a mascot with a t-shirt. Hey.
I'm gonna get off the call. You need to pick up your phone.